Hello and welcome back to the Canaries Chat channel. Today we have a transfer update video just covering all the outgoings, all the incomings and any rumours that are happening at the moment. As you can probably see in the title of the video, the biggest news that we have is that Jacob Wright is officially now a Norwich City player. This kind of been going on for a couple of weeks now. Fabrizio Romano, I'm pretty sure a couple of weeks ago, confirmed that the deal was done and that it would be 2.3 million. A couple of things that we weren't sure if it was due to the obligation to buy or if it was an option to buy. Romano saying that the league appearances was met, and I believe Connor Southwell was saying that it wasn't met, but it doesn't matter anyway. We've signed him 2.3 million for a England under-20s captain, played Champions League football, played for Man City. I don't think you can get a much better deal than that for any kind of calibre of player of that level. And especially I think it's the untapped potential that he does have for us and going forward. So Napa came out and said that he obviously can have a very big future, and that obviously with that potential he could go on to basically succeed wherever he went. I think quite importantly as well, he mentioned about his leadership attributes. So he's only young, and to get the compliments about the leadership I think is huge, but I think that also potentially leads to the point that we don't have enough leaders currently in the squad. We're probably going to lose more as well, so I wouldn't be too surprised if Duffy goes, personally speaking. So that's another one. McLean's always rumoured with transfers away from us as well, whether that's Rangers, it was Leeds a couple of years ago when Farken went there. But yeah, ultimately I think it's an absolute great purchase, and I think the central midfield is one that I think Nunes could possibly go. So we were looking really lightweight. We've lost Sorensen, so we're losing centre midfielders quicker than we're getting them. Personally, I'd now want to see a very combative central midfielder or defensive midfielder to come in to pair him with Wright to allow him that freedom. Manning's football, obviously Manning is basically all but done. We're just waiting the announcement. Manning's football is very much centralised and very much possession high up the pitch, which I think Wright could absolutely thrive on. I think Manning will have Wright as one of his key members of the team. But to allow Wright that freedom, I personally think we need someone that will sit in that hole just in front of the defenders to allow Wright to push forwards, make things happen. Because I think when he had the leash off him a little bit, I thought we saw the best of him in the Norwich City shirt. So I'm very excited about this, and I'm hoping the kind of next transfers that we get will be along the same lines. There's no obviously guarantee, but by all intents and purposes we're going to be kind of heavily involved in the market, and personally obviously Antanasio's have kind of hinted that they would be putting more money in. As well as that, you've got the Rowe deal going through, which is another 14 odd million euros. We've got Sargent realistically leaving. I think he'll probably go for 20 odd million. And then you've got still the Sarah deal that's drip feeding through. So we've immediately got 30 or 40 million ready potentially to spend. And now that we're not solely focused on putting that money back into the club, we could see some good outputs leading on from the potential departures around Sargent, potentially Nunes. The other big one is around Sainz. So lots of rumours going around Sainz at the moment. So he was obviously at the Bilbao Stadium with the Tottenham Man United game in the Europa League. He was sat in the Tottenham end. There was then strong rumours to Olympiacos, I believe it was. And then it was also said that the Bilbao sporting director had spoken to Sainz around a potential deal. And then another rumour saying that actually the price tag could potentially deter them. Personally, I think that probably won't be too much of a deal breaker for Bilbao. They have that money to spend. Their wage structure is huge basically. The like of Nico Williams, I think, is on around £350,000 a week, just due to the players, due to their kind of transfer strategy and only buying or bringing through youth from the Basque County. Then they have that money to spend, so I'd be surprised if it's financial reasons they don't go for him. But that being said, there's supposedly some Premier League links, which I think are a little bit tedious. No clubs come out, or no rumoured clubs. But there's also a potential Serie A link, whether that's Napoli, I believe, were linked with him around kind of January, February time. They've come out saying they want to strengthen their attacking outputs. Obviously, Garnacho is one that is being linked with a Napoli move as well. Obviously, I'm not putting those two in the same bracket at all, but they're clearly in the market for a attacking output, and they're really talking about their squad depth. And I think Sainz realistically wouldn't be a starter, but you would add that squad depth to the current Serie A champions. So a lot of rumours flying around Sainz. A lot of people, I haven't seen like a transfer fee discussed so much than I have around Sainz. Some people saying over 10 million we'd take. He's obviously got a year left in his contract, so we don't have the strongest hand. If we're going to sell, it would realistically have to be this window to get the most for him. On the other hand, I've seen people saying anything under 30 we shouldn't bother because of how influential he was last year, which in a way I do agree with. He did score a lot of goals, get a lot of assists, but that was nearly all before that kind of November time, and then it absolutely tailed off towards the back end of the season. I personally think January we probably would have got a lot more than what we have got for him now, but obviously when you're chasing top six, you're not going to get rid of the league's top goal scorer, and I think the club would have come under a lot of criticism if they did do that. But yeah, they're the two kind of big updates at the moment. Jacob Wright in, it looks like Sainz is on his way. It's just a matter of who he goes to. Leave a comment down below on how happy you are with the Wright deal and how much you'd want for Sainz. And yeah, make sure you like and subscribe. We're on the way to 1,000 subscribers, so any help with that, we're hoping to hit it by the start of the new season. So if you can leave a like, subscribe, leave a comment, and we will see you in the next video.